Recording. All righty. So we're going to weave in our inner knowing, our inner guidance this morning. As I was pulling from a calendar that has meditations on it daily, the last page says, stay connected. So we're going to really connect in this morning. And the quotation I have is by Karlfried Graf Durkheim. I believe it's probably German. But the quotation is, 1,000 secrets are hidden in simply sitting still. Simply sitting still. That's a good alliteration. S's. Secrets are hidden in simply sitting still. So, it's like, so often in some of the religions we're taught that our thoughts or what we hear in our mind are the devil talking to you. And my experience shows that's absolutely not true. You have to discern. That's what it takes, is discernment. You learn how your receptivity works. And you can ask for just receiving messages that are positive and of the light. There's no reason to have negative messages coming in. So sometimes we have challenges and those things will come up, but that's just showing us we have a blockage to our connection somewhere and we need to address it, acknowledge it, heal it, and move forward. So we will be doing a short candle meditation this morning, and that will be before Shavasana. So anyone listening to this session, you might want to go ahead and get a candle. You want a taper candle, like so that you can see the flame clearly. All right, to center, we'll just come into Bhu Mudra, the index and second fingers touching the ground, the floor, which represents the ground. So here we'll connect with Earth Mother. And this is a releasing technique as well. Someone mentioned releasing program. So if you have some sort of issue in your body, some pain or some tightness, you can take your mind there and bring that up your torso, your shoulders, and down and out your arms and fingers. Just release it. At least using the imagery, and then the actual physical will follow. It can also be a script that you might be operating under, a belief system that's no longer serving you. Become aware of your breath. Connect with your rhythm and pattern. Remembering that the breath leads in yoga. And check in with your body for any further sensations that you might not be aware of. Sometimes when we're sitting still, things will become apparent that we weren't aware of before. And we'll leave our mudra and bring palms into Anjali Mudra. Just allow your mind to become a little more calm. Think of a humpback whale in the depths of the ocean, peaceful and calm. We're still in the Pisces astrological sign, so that energy is possibly impacting us. So we'll just breathe up, breathing in peace. And as we open out, we send blessings to all on the earth who need it. Breathe in peace. Breathe out blessings. Can be to people, animals, the earth, or all of the above. Feel yourself getting calmer as you breathe. One more round. Breathing in peace. Breathing out blessings to all. And then just rest your hands on your knee for a moment. A thousand secrets are hidden in simply sitting still. Messages coming in. Now, sometimes a message will come in and you've discerned that it is indeed from spirit rather than a random thought. And that just takes a little practice to experience that knowing. But sometimes that message or that secret may be counter to everything that we're led to believe as we walk this journey. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to say, oh, my intuition said that, so it's not valid because it's so far out of the realm of belief in the world? Or are you going to say, my intuition told me this, it's true for me, but not necessarily for the world. Maybe the world isn't ready for it where you were. So my experience is always trust your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner guidance, the feeling that this is a yes and this is a no. And listen. All right, so let's stretch out our legs, shake them out, and we'll circle around in your ankles and reverse. And sit tall on your sitting bones. Press the back of your legs down against the ground. Breathe arms up overhead. And just a gentle lean forward from the hip. Feel that pull on the back of your legs. Now lift back up. Lift your chin, your heart, your ribs, a little arch in your back. Breathe as you come to center. Breathe out as you lean forward. Once again, lead with your chest, just a little further forward. And scoop it up. Breathe and reach up. Lift your chin, chest, ribs. Arch to the back. And forward on the exhale. And scoop it up. This time, bring your hands down behind you and point your toes and arch your back here. Bring your shoulder blades closer together. Lift your chin, your chest, arch, and breathe, arms up, flex the feet. And again, a slight hinge forward in the hips. And scoop it up, breathe. Arms down behind you, point your toes. This time we'll lift our hips up, press down on your heels and your palms, lift into inclined plane. See if your toes will reach the floor. Will they reach? Can you lift your hips high enough to reach? Feel your arms and shoulders and lower down, flex the feet. Breathe it up. Press your legs into the mat, reach as you hinge forward in the hips. Now just reach for your feet, your toes or your ankles, whatever you can reach, and lengthen in your spine. Feet are flexed here. Lengthen in your spine, taking a deep breath and elongate. Breathe out and relax forward. And then just lift in your torso. Bend your left knee. Bring your foot over the outside of your right leg. Just bring your foot in wherever it'll come. Draw your knee in. You'll probably feel a stretch in your hip. Flex the foot on the extended leg. Bring your left hand into Jnana Mudra, which is for the third eye, the inner wisdom, and just reach out and breathe it up. Breathe in some more peace. Bring it in. And use your arm to hold your leg and pivot around into your twist. You can release your mudra and relax into your twist. Breathe your deep breaths. Breathe in peacefulness. Think of that whale. His tail is just waving up and down, gently pulsating deep in the peaceful ocean. Bring that into your body, that peacefulness. Now, before we come out, just take your left hand and circle around in your wrist. Just loosen that up, reverse. You're still twisting. And bring your hand back down behind you. Bring your other hand in front of your hip, so towards the long edge of your mat. Bring your right foot down, toes in line with the short end of your mat. Press down on both hands and lift your hips and just lengthen that left leg out, placing your foot on top of your right foot and come into your side plank. Activate your legs, your hips, shoulders, core muscles, abdomen. Bring your upper hand into Jnana Mudra. Index finger and thumb. Look up into your hand and bring that hand down. Bend your left knee and lower your hips down onto the floor. Come back into your twist. So bring your foot outside the right leg. Look behind you and feel that twist. Did it improve after your side plank? Now lift your left hand, come back into Jnana Mudra and breathe that arm up next to your ear and unwind, coming to the front, lower your arm down. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So switch legs, bringing your right foot outside your left thigh or knee. Press your sitting bones down, your ischial tuberosities. I know. I love saying that. Flex the foot on the extended leg, holding your knee, drawing it in a stretch towards the opposite shoulder. And bring your right hand into Jnana Mudra and stretch it out and forward. Breathe in peace as you lift up and come right around into your twist, bringing your hand down behind you. Looking over your shoulder and seeing those whales. Here we have whales right here to help you with your visual. No, can you see that? Here we go. So still holding your twist, just lift your right hand and circle around in your wrist. Just loosen it up, warming it up, lubricating the joints. Maybe your fingers too. And bringing your hand back down. And then bringing your left hand down towards the edge of your mat. Just coming over, leaning onto your right hip, and bring the left foot down onto the mat, parallel to the short end edge of your mat, and press down on both palms and lift your hips and just stretch your right leg out, laying your foot on top of the left foot, and come into your side plank. Lift your left arm. Bring your hand into Jnana Mudra and look up. Firm legs and hips, core, shoulders. Breathe. Feel your strength. Feel that peaceful power flowing through you. And then just bring your left hand down, bend your knees, bring your hips down. All right, and come around facing front once again. Bring your palms behind you, flex your feet for another inclined plane. Take in your breath. Point your toes. Press heels and palms down and lift your hips up. Now lift your left leg, bring your knee in, lift it up, and lower down. Other leg, bring it in, lift your hips, lift your leg, and lower down. And let your hips come down, flex your feet, breathe, arms up overhead, hinge forward in your hips. Come down over your legs. And then scoop it back up and release your arms down. Now just swing your legs around back. Come onto hands and knees. Spread fingers wide. Lengthen in your spine. Stretch it long. Take in your breath. And cat. Rounded cat. Chin on your chest, lifting your spine, and arching cat. Lift your tailbone, lift your chin. Breathe. Breathe out. Rounded cat. Breathe in. Arching cat. One more. Rounded cat. Breathe. Arching cat. Come to neutral spine. Take in your deep breath. Draw your left knee in towards your nose and stretch your leg out behind you. Breathe it in. Take it out. See which feels more natural for you, to breathe in or out as you bring the knee in. Take it out behind you. Shift your hips so that they're both pointing to the floor. Back leg is parallel to the floor, and then slide your right arm forward into tiger pose. You can look down towards the floor or out over your fingertips. Bring your hand into Jnana Mudra and turn your palm up. And just draw the leg and the hand in. Turn your toes under for downward facing dog. Take your hips side to side if you want. Stretching. Remember your core. Draw your navel in and up. And then just bring your knees back down onto the mat. Let your toes out. Take in your breath. And bring in your right knee towards your nose. Inhale, take the leg back. Exhale it in, breathe it out. Squeeze out any tension. And bring it in. And stretch it out. Parallel to the floor. And shift your hips so that both hip bones are pointing to the ground. You're balanced and centered, and then reach through your left arm. Come into Jnana Mudra. Breathing in peace and letting it flow through your whole body, mind. And release arm and leg down, toes under. Come back into downward facing dog. Now, just bring your left leg into sun pose. You can be on your fingertips or your palms. Lift your chin. Let's inch that foot over towards the long edge of the mat, bringing both palms inside. the foot and let the knee out to the side. Stretch. You can let your back knee down on the floor if that is better for you right now. Your choice. Open the knee and you can get a good stretch on your hip flexors on that right leg. Now, just for fun, take your left arm and stretch it forward, up, out to the side, and just bring it under your leg and bring your palm inside that foot. And now bring it back up overhead, reach, and bring it back down. Let the knee out to the side, open. Now, some people like to come down with the back knee and the forearms to get a little more stretch. That's optional for you right now. Some people even come all the way down onto the chest, but whatever works for you this morning. Bring your palms back in, lift the back knee, bring the foot back into sun pose. And just lift up, take the leg back, and step the right leg forward into sun pose. Relax your hips and breathe. Peacefulness. Peaceful Pisces. I have two friends with birthday today. Two Pisces friends. Reach through the back heel. Now, take your right foot over towards the long edge of your mat. Palm inside. Let the knee out for a stretch. Relax in the hips. Now let the knee back in. Reach through, bringing your arm up overhead, your right arm. Bring it up and around. Under your leg, bring your palm in. And we'll reverse, taking your arm back and up and bringing it in. Bring the foot in into your sun pose. Step the back foot in. Come in for head to knee or ragdoll. All right. Now we have our resistance bands with us, so if that's close by, reach for that. Just holding on to it with both hands. We're just going to lower our hips, bend your knees, like in chair pose. Stretch your arms forward, lift them up, bring your body into alignment so your spine is erect. Wrap around your hands just one time. Knees are still bent. Bring your arms behind your head. Take it over. Now bend the upper arm, your right arm, and just pull away. If you need to wrap it around your left arm again, just pulling it into a stretch. After our plank pose and our inclined plane, come back up, breathe, reach up, bend the arm, pull over behind your head, stretch those triceps, and then reach up and lift up, straightening your knees. Lift up onto your toes and down, bend your knees. Breathe. Straighten your knees and lift back up onto your toes. Hold, 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 hold. Lower your heels down, bend your knees. One last time, breathe. Reach up onto your toes. Ankles in. Hold, 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 hold. And lower down. Release your strap. Bring it down behind you. Let it out far enough so you can bring it around. Opening the shoulders. Lift. And bring it down. Lift. And bring it down. Now, that point where you feel the stretch the most, probably where your arms are straight out to the side, feel your shoulders and let the strap pulse in and out a little bit. And then just lift it up and bring it up. We'll let go of that for now. Circle around now in your shoulders. Move any toxins or debris. You can bring your whole body into this as you reach forward with your shoulders. Take them back. Bend your knees as you lower down. Breathe and straighten as you lift down. And we're going to reverse now. Forward, bend your knees, coming down. Back, open the chest, shoulders, and forward. Okay, breathe, arms up overhead. Reach. If you like, you can bring your fingers into Jnana Mudra. Just reach up, taking another breath. Soft knees. Shift the weight over to your right. Take the left leg back into warrior one. Reach. Look up. Breathing in peace. Open out and send that peace, those blessings out. Breathe in peace, arms up. Breathe out, send it out through those fingertips. Peace and blessings. One more, breathe it up. Send out peace, comfort, blessings. And come back in, hold your pose, perfect your pose. So things you can do is press through the back heel, deepen your pose, reach further forward, up, look up, lift into a bit of an arch, going back. Come back to center. Bring palms together over your heart. Prayer twist. Come forward. Press against your right thigh. Twist. Come back to center. Lift your torso, pull back, inhale, step it in. Take it out. Pause. Notice your thoughts. Open your crown chakra if you haven't already. All right. Breathing arms up overhead. Come into Jnana Mudra. Breathe out, soften the knees. Take your right leg back into Warrior One. Breathe in peace as you reach up. Breathe out blessings to all. Blessings and comfort, peace. Breathe it in. Breathe out. Send it out from your whole self, your heart. Breathe in peace. And breathe out blessings, peace and comfort. Breathe in peace and reach up. Hold your pose, perfect it. Check your hips. Are both hip bones pointing forward? Connect with the earth through the soles of your feet. Press down into the ground, root into the ground. Press through the back heel, lift in your fingertips, your spine, and lean back into an arch. Come back to center and bring palms together over your heart. Make sure you're rooting into the earth. Come into your prayer twist. And come back to center. Pull back, inhale, step it in. All right. Standing twist. Separate your feet and twist around. Back to center. And a little stretch for the hips. Come down onto your mat. So this will be your option to take your left leg and you can use rocking the baby, just drawing the knee in, bring the ankle in, however close it'll come, whatever will work for you, and rock side to side. You can take this a little further by bringing your foot into your elbow and holding it like you would a real baby. Rock side to side, just flex that foot. Just come to where you feel a good stretch up the hip and into the sacrum. Draw that leg in close to your chest. And we can take this a step further. You want your right knee pointing out from the hip and just bring that left foot on top of the leg and let your other heel out so that you're not sitting on it. Reach up through your spinal column. Breathe. And lean forward into 4 square stretch. So press your hips back, lengthen through your spine, and relax down. If it feels a little tight in your glutes or your piriformis there, just take your thumb or your fingertips and give it a little massage. See if you can find where the tight spot is and just give it some kneading. It needs kneading, right? Okay, now lengthen through your spine. Breathe in peace as you lift your torso back up to center. Pause. Bring your hands into Jnana Mudra with bent arms and feel the results of your stretch. This is where you would notice more so the endorphins flowing. Stretching brings those endorphins to circulate through your body. Peace. All right. Now we're just going to lean back and switch our legs. So starting with your right, coming into rocking the baby. Flex that foot. See if you're ready to bring that foot into your elbow and bring the leg a little closer so you receive even more of a stretch in that hip. Try to stay tall in your spine and bring the leg to you, not bending towards it. Okay. And then just come over into that stretch. Feel that stretch right in the back of your waist, your hip. I think it gets your quadratus lumborum, sacrum area. And then come back up and place your ankle of your flexed foot on the left knee. Make sure you let the heel out. And then breathe in that peacefulness. And with an elongated spine, hinge forward wherever your body will allow. So we're hinging in the hips. And again, if you need to massage it a little bit, just loosen it up. This is a good time if you have a gua sha tool or some other crystal to massage that area. Very helpful. And then lift back up with a long spine. Bring your hands into Jnana Mudra and allow those endorphins to flow. Feel that energy. Now come back out of the pose. Reach for your candle. If you need a cushion while you sit, that's fine. You cushion or bolster. You can put your socks on or otherwise prepare for Shavasana because we'll be going into Shavasana after our candle meditation. So get comfortable now so that all you need to do is lie down in Shavasana. Light your candle. Instructions say that the candle should be at eye level. I've never been comfortable with that. I suggest you want to raise it off the floor. If you have a block, yoga block or two, you can do that. Or if you have a low stand, piece of furniture. And I'm going to suggest you bring your hands into Jnana Mudra. So for those who may not know candle meditation, we start by focusing on the flame with the eyes open. Allow blinking to subside as much as you're able. As you focus on the flame, if your eyes involuntarily dart off to the side, there might be a little tension in your eye muscles. So just hold your eyelids closed and look up to contract those muscles and take your eyes side to side, up and over, up and over. Hold the contraction, release, contract, release, contract, release, and you should be good to go. They're small muscles. Then focus on the flame, eyes open. Let your mind relax. Your body is relaxed, just using the muscles you need to sit tall. Now, this is where you just focus with your eyes open for a little while, whatever seems right. When you're ready, then you close your eyes. And for many people, the flame appears imprinted on your mind's eye. So the idea is to hold that in center through intention. Hold it It will change shape and color. It may disappear. If it does disappear, then just open your eyes and focus on the flame again. And just practice holding that flame in your mind's eye. Sometimes the flame will disappear, but you feel so relaxed you don't want to open your eyes again. So just continue the meditation. Whatever's best for you in this moment. Now, staying in that relaxed state, make sure your candle is safe if you leave it burning, or you can blow it out and just come down into Shavasana. The flame may still be there, and you can use that during your Shavasana if you wish. Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Coming back now to the physical reality, this dimension. Notice how you feel when you're relaxed. You feel light or heavy. You feel like you don't want to come back. If that's the case, you just need more of this practice, the relaxation and meditation. Let's start to just slowly move fingers. Open and close your hands. You might want to take your head side to side. Wiggle your toes. They're still there. And then slide your feet together. Lift your knees up towards your chest and give them a big hug. Roll to one side. Just pause for a breath or two on your side. And then press up into sitting. Bring your hands into Jnana Mudra, index finger and thumb touching. Stretch the other fingers out. Just reflect on your experience, what comes to mind. This type of practice clears the way for your inner guidance to shine through so that you can hear and discern the messages, usually repeating messages, so that you know. And now bring palms in to Anjali Mudra. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is at the center. May peace continue to flow through you all day long. Namaste, everybody.